Hello and welcome to our next lesson on copyrights. This week we will be focusing on the definition of broadcast. We'll be looking at a 2004 case, Network 10 and TCN Channel 9, also referred to as the panel case, where 10 broadcasted 20 excerpts from Channel 9 on its show, The Panel. 9 claimed that 10 had infringed their broadcast copyright, and there were a number of appeals on this, mainly centered around how a broadcast is defined. So what is a broadcast? Let's look further into it. Have a look at Section 10 in the Copyright Act, where you will find a definition for the term broadcast. Here it's defined as a communication to the public delivered by a broadcasting service pursuant to the Broadcasting Services Act 1992. There are a few exceptions listed there that don't fall under the category of a broadcasting service. Moving to Section 87 of the Act, this covers the nature and rights of copyright in television broadcasts. Subsections A and C were relevant to the panel case. Subsection A provides a right to make a cinematograph film of the broadcast or a copy of such a film. Subsection C provides a right to a rebroadcast, a television broadcast, or communicate it to the public otherwise than by broadcasting it. In the full federal court, Justice Healy defined a broadcast as when visual images are transmitted with accompanying sounds. The majority in the High Court disagreed with this definition. The majority disagreed that a single image with accompanying audio constitutes a television broadcast, suggesting, and you'll find this at paragraph 75, they put out to the public the object of the activity of broadcasting as discrete periods of broadcasting identified and promoted by a title, which wouldn't attract the attention of the public. If you find that doesn't clarify things, don't worry, because you're certainly not alone. I like the example the High Court used at paragraph 38, comparing the term a broadcast to a literary work. Essentially, words, figures, and symbols in a literary work, such as a novel, aren't protected for their character as the means of communication to the readers, rather what they convey to readers when taken together. Similarly, a broadcast isn't protected as a means of communication to the audience, but what it's trying to communicate to the audience. Finally, I'd like to conclude with one last quote from the panel case. There can be no absolute precision as to what in any of an infinite possibility of circumstances will constitute a television broadcast. The definition for a television broadcast provided by the High Court provides little guidance. However, it has shown significant statutory interpretation to broaden the scope provided in the definition under Section 10 of the Copyright Act, while also setting some necessary restrictions. I've left a recap of today's lesson on the screen if you want to have a look at it. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week.